Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Superfed TV Presents Rebel Actions, starring Superfed TV and my co-host who actually showed up. I had to go through a whole list of possible excuses, and he still tried to get out of it, but yet here he is. It's Rumblebee, the now domesticated, what do we call you, roommate?
I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it going, Rumblebee?
Pretty.
How's Blood Bowl treating you?
Uh, Blood Bowl's treating me pretty good.
Yeah?
Won my game. Got a strength up on my dwarf runner.
Nice.
So now I can potato even more than I already do.
Well, just ask Arch XL how good Strength 4 ball carriers are, You get blodge on them, then you just automatically win games.
I remember. I have my old Rebel team had a strength 4 blodge ball carrier.
Yeah. This one's a little slower. A little fatter. All right. Well, that's good. You're showing some signs of growth. For those of you that missed my stream last night, there's a bet that has been wagered with US dollars as to whether or not my team will win a single game this season. The bet did not get paid off last night, so we'll see. I know pretty much no matter what at this point, I'm on my way to REL 9 or somewhere in that region, even if I turn it around.
I hoop I
not
end up
looking
in
good.
your division.
I am definitely gonna struggle to even make 500. I'm one draw and 4 losses, so yeah, that's the thing. But I do have a piling on piece now, so look out for Captain Stabbin. Enough about our crap and about our games. Let's talk about REL divisions 1 through 3. Right now, there's a game going on REL 3, so it's not being streamed. So maybe I can steal some viewers from that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about what happened week 4. Grungy Desserts took on not FDA approved. By the way, did you watch any of these games before I jump into it? I think I know the answer to this, but we'll see.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Okay.
How come the stream is still showing your Kislev games?
It shouldn't be. Are you watching my replays and not
I must be.
the live stream?
There we go.
Okay, good. So Grungy Desserts taking on not FDA approved. Well, Staticus gets the win, and he does inflict a kill, which did trigger some PTSD on ATL. As for those of you that don't know, he was the Season 7 leader in deaths at one point in time. But Season 8, he kind of hardened up. And now Death Spiral may be starting anew against the Nurgle. A lot of blocks, 46 blocks for the Nurgle team, only 21 for not FDA approved, but they did punch back. And Super Dragon 6000 killed a Rotter. So, guy's a freak. Always look out for him. On the other side, or on the next match, Murder's Row got a 1-1 draw against Cheese Tactics Mark II. This one, bit of a punch fest. 50 blocks to 46. Definitely not 84, but still a couple decent drives. Looks like Cheese actually possessed the ball for a lot of the time, but was stalled out. I didn't actually catch this one. I kind of wish I did. Replay's still available. I don't believe it was streamed, but I could be wrong. Scooby and the gang lost 0-1 against The Secret of My Success. This one, at this point in time, The Secret of My Success is coming up with different ways to win. This one in particular was a bit interesting. They gave they actually made a little more than half of the blocks that the Necro team did. And yet, with those blocks, they still got 9 removals. So I'm not sure how that worked out. How the Necro just got so many free blocks, unless it was like hyper control. I run at you, you push me away, you stay. I run at you again. I don't know. It's weird. Weird
No,
that
Rusty doesn't play like that.
no, I know. That's why I'm surprised that he only got 30 blocks to the 48 of Necro.
I mean, every time I've played Rusty, he's always been real low on blocks. So it's not that surprising.
I do know one of the guard pieces got killed for Rusty Seabutter,
Yeah,
so that's
he lost a blodge guard piece.
gonna feel a little bad. He'll miss that. The farm animals with the big win of the week get the 3-0 against Lebowski Urban Achievers. 2 Chaos enter a bar. One of them has Claw Mighty Blow. The other does not.
The other has memes.
The other walks away a little bit limping. But he did get some SPP for his struggle. Chaos Warrior MVP's got to feel good. Close to leveling that up again. The Rabbit 2, though, also leveled up and is now piling on. So that is a complete Chaos kill piece. With Claw Palm, Block, and Tackle. And everyone in REL 3 cried a little bit inside. Common Consulting versus Please Don't Murder Me. The Camry versus Elf war continues. This one, a 1-1 draw. I really wanted Luke Sama to be able to pull this one off. And in the first half, he got the quick score, and he had some shots at the ball, but there was a little bit of, I have Agi 6, so I don't have to think about pathing. And, I mean, he got where he was going, but there was more optimal routes. The cage didn't even really come out for the Camry. And I don't know. I wish that he had tried to score faster and just go for the 2-1 win, the Camry side, and Darken on. But he didn't, and so he pitch cleared Elves instead. And did get a kill. So
small victories.
Small victory. Rebellious Scallions played Fell with Cotadal, and I watched this one. It was streamed. This one was rough. Much like the Rebellious Scallions other elf game that they played this season, there's a lot of snakes. But the snakes this time went in favor of the Scallions. I think I counted 6 dub skull blocks. 2 in one turn after the strength 5 elf had stolen the ball away. It was rough. It was rough to watch. A lot of, and that's just the dub skulls. There were also snaked actions and things like that. Surf plays fell apart. 39 blocks, only 1 KO for the high elves as well. This was one of the few games that I called the dicing where I wasn't actually playing the game. and that's kind of a statement in and of itself, a little bit. Just saying. Mutants in Human Clothing versus the Pantheon Passers. We've got Spoony Bard getting the win over T-Self. A death on each side, but it was just Goblin for Spoony, so nobody really cared.
Goblin lives matter, man.
Maybe the goblins. They're not really people. I don't know where to go from here. Yeah. I believe I watched part of that game, but I couldn't tell you what happened in the second half, other than Elves getting removed. So let's take a look at the leaderboard and see where we are at for week 4. No games played yet. One is currently being played right now. Rusty Seabutter taking the throne. Putting up big orc numbers. 4-0-0 in the lead.
We didn't call Rusty at the top, did we?
We did not. Chabzu, Spoony, those were ones that we were thinking of, and they're at 3-0-1. Doc M keeping it up in there. We were expecting the Nurgle either, or the Necro, or the Nurgle really, at 2-1-1 each. So.
Well, we picked one of the Necro teams to do well.
Did we?
Yeah, one of them has a Palm Wolf. Didn't Travel Scabble? Blah, blah, blah.
Travel Scabble?
Didn't travel Scrabble.
That's better than Scallions. I think his team's the beat up one, actually. I think Doc M's Necro is looking better.
Okay.
But T-Self, ATL, holding down the middle. Cheese, not currently in relegation territory. He's going to have to beat out Luke and Sherdog and maybe a couple elves. I don't know. We'll see. This
Didn't his goblin took a niggle this week?
It did, yes. Man, if we now look at this big chunk in the middle, everything from ATL to I guess the Rebellious Scions, a lot of question marks in there for these 2000 TV teams that just, you know, I don't know where they shake out. I don't know if they would be better fit in other divisions or how it works, but just a lot of question marks.
Look at all the TVs and then look at T-Self.
I know.
Him and his 5 elves.
I think T-Self might be a Thanos follower, just perfectly balanced. He wants 1000 TV, 2 wins, 2 losses, as all things must be.
Were you part of the subreddit purging?
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe.
Oh, there's a subreddit.
I know there is. They're perfectly
called
balanced.
Thanos did nothing wrong.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Okay, yeah, there was a subreddit called Thanos did nothing wrong, and they just accumulated a large amount of subscriptions, and then they got permission to just
purge half.
It just auto ban half of them for no reason.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it made me chuckle.
It's very fitting. I guess there's one. So we can take a look at the schedule for this week and make our predictions. Fell with Coated All versus Grungy Desserts. High Elves versus Nurgle. Burgle. What do you think?
I'm gonna give it to Grungy Desserts.
All right, fair enough. I'll take your challenge. I'll give it to Fell with Coated All. They can't possibly have worse dice than they had this week, right? Sorry, that's Caster Curse. Sorry, weaponized Caster Curse. Pantheon Passers versus Please Don't Murder Me. Where do you like this one? I'm gonna call this one first because you called the last one first. So I'm gonna pick T-Self on this one.
Nah, AG6 does AG6 things.
Fair enough. It will be hard for Pantheon Passers to pass with the Pantheon when there's a AG6 Nerves of Steel catcher. That's going to be one player that you do not want to pass the ball around. I think he intercepts on like, what, a 3+ or a 2+ with catch? So he gets an automatic reroll as well? It's got to be a 3+.
Do you think he gives him pass block?
So he intercepts 8 out of 9 times.
I mean, he's got to give him pass block, right?
Ugh, that's just crazy.
For the funsies?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at this point. That's a weird team. Mutants in Human Clothing versus the Lebowski Urban Achievers. I think we both probably got Spoonie in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Rebellious Scions versus The Secret of My Success. Are the Dark Elves going to be the ones to upset the top? I can say with confidence that elves are not Rusty's strong suit.
That's true. Rusty's more adept at playing other bash teams and hybrid teams. But
I don't know if Rebellious Scions are the ones to do the elf screen that stops all orcs, though. Ah, damn it. I need to update that. Thanks for reminding me, Flexstop. There we go. All right. So, yeah, this isn't a much slower Escape from Tarkov. Although, to be fair, you spend about as much time in the menus of both games. Okay, so yeah, I still think Rusty wins.
Yeah. Rusty just can't do anything wrong right now. He doesn't need
Now,
that
see,
blotch guard blitzer.
that sounds like a caster curse. And since we both picked him, maybe that'll be what it takes. Common Consulting versus Cheese Tactics Mark II. I do look forward to this one. This matchup is like potato chips and ice cream on the couch on a rainy day. You know, you just lounge around and watch as two struggling strong oafs just kind of flop against each other. Maybe there's a ball involved in the middle of it, but you know, nobody's there for that. They're just here to watch the two sweaty bodies slapping around. I think that this one's gonna go Darkanon. I think, you know, he's gonna eventually have to stop trying to play for the tie and get a win.
I'm gonna agree. Cheese's power is.
Oh, you didn't want to back Cheese? I set you up for that one.
No, I don't want to back Cheese. Cheese can't do anything without that goblin. He needs that goblin in play.
This is the most efficient his team has ever been. If there was ever a time that he was going to win a game.
Hey, Chab, you're back.
Ugh.
Yeah, elves are the worst. Especially when the elves hit like they're orcs.
So, well, we're at that point in time. So the farm animals versus not FDA approved. Chab may be spoiling this pick. Not which one do you choose?
I think Chab is gonna win because that's what Claw Mighty Blow does to high elves.
Well, there's a fireball involved, so I'm gonna go ahead and take not FDA approved. Finally,
Didn't the fireball like practically fizzle?
I don't know. Scooby and the Gang versus Murderers Row. The Necro Mirror. Which Necro team takes it? Let's go ahead and check the teams and find out. Because you're our resident Necro expert. First up, we got Scooby and the Gang clocking in at 1940 TV, but they're holding on to 50K in the bank, so really it's 1890. They've got an Agi 4 Werewolf. That's a new addition to the team.
Is it?
Muffley the Third, yes. Agi 4, nothing else.
How is...
Oh,
I hate everyone.
Oh, does Rumble be sad? He didn't get an Agi 4 Wolf. You still wouldn't have given it dodge, so it wouldn't have mattered.
I've rolled one Agi up ever.
This team also has a Vampire White, which is pretty cool. And then they've got a Strength 4 Blodge Wolf. So you got your Agi 4 Wolf and your Strength 4 Wolf. And
hey, Travel Scrabble, if you're watching this or listening to this, reorder your stuff, man. That's really irritating. And you do have a Palm Wolf right there. Oh no, that's a white. Never mind.
Palm White, yeah. Yeah, no. It's just
he still needs to reorder his stuff.
Yeah. It's a toilet bowl of diarrhea of organization. What else do we got to talk about here? It's at his stadium. +1. Oh, crowd surf beer stand. Cool. Murderers Row. The Doc M. The Doc rockin'. Also, Agi 4 Wolf with no skills that just leveled.
The fuck, man? That's our one.
That's your one. I'm not gonna count that as my one. My ones count for something meaningful.
No, we only get one. You get one F-bomb, and then you get bumped to a rated R.
This one also has a Mighty Blow Wolf, a tackle, and blodge and step. I don't like the step. Whatever. And then a ghoul that does the ball carrying, and a slightly more guard-heavy zombie line. Missing a golem for this game, though. And less white development, for sure. If anything, it looks like the Doc is on the mend and rebuilding. But he will be getting inducements, about 300 or so. So he can pick up a journeyman golem and a wizard.
It's weird that he's getting inducements with all those nonsense levels on his zombies.
I mean, you've got nonsense levels on zombies on the other side, so
Yeah.
Everybody loves their block tackle zombie. And their Agi 1 zombie. And their... I don't know. I think it's not that heavy, actually. I will say neither of these Necro teams are really big dirty player kept Fowlers, so...
The other one, Doc's team has 2 dirty players.
They don't use them to foul a lot.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Anyway, make your pick. You're the Necro expert.
I'm going to give it to Travel Scrabble.
All right. Bold prediction.
Doc's down a Golem. Doesn't have the white levels that Scrabble has.
Sure. I'll take Doc.
All right.
Like
fine.
Doc. That's going to be it for Div 3. We've made our predictions. You've played your games. Go play some more. Div 2. Jackal Daylaborers get the bye win over Ypres Shove, who's still not present. And the time is slowly running away. Speaking of bye wins, High Flyers get a bye win against Lords of Decay as Real Life ambushes Kallisti Maya. You are a Lizard Harry. Harry takes the loss. It's the TeamSpeak Crew version 4. And I think you had Sukari on this one, if I recall correctly. So that's,
Did I?
I believe that's a win for me.
I
no, you weren't
possibly.
You couldn't
I
have
wasn't
possibly
even
done
here
because
last week.
you weren't even here. You weren't even here. I would have been Ornan. That's right. As much as I would love to rub your nose on that one, can't. Fear and Bloating and Nurgle FTDs get a draw. Poor Sauce feeling like he's victimized with the caster curse. Sauce, if the curse was real, you would have lost. Tooth and Fist. I guess I could probably take a look at more than just the actual scores. What happened to Nurgle FTDs? Why you tie? 6 removals to 7. Extra blocks. Exactly even ball possession. This looks like a really boring game. And Sukari versus the TeamSpeak Crew version 4. This was just Lizards getting cleared. 25 blocks resulting in 16 armor breaks. You're damn right he was fouling and piling on. 4 casualties, 2 KOs for TeamSpeak Crew. Systematically removing those Lizards piece by piece. Tooth and Fist get the 1-0 win over the 3 mountains. Necro beating on these Chaos Bulu dwarves. I'm pretty sure that gave Rumblebee a chub right there.
There's your one.
That was totally graphic. That wasn't actually swearing. Legrand Blue versus Ace Trucking Company. The elves. Did they get a bye win? I don't remember this happening. I certainly didn't process this. All right. I don't know who did that process that for me, but okay. I guess that's a bye win. And Live Tree or Die Hard.
How did it get up?
I don't honestly know. I'm gonna have to look in the admin chat for that.
Why would it get buyed? Quicks is always around. Oh, Tessa crashed on. Thanks, Kicks.
So they validated the game?
They didn't. Oh, you know what it was? Kicks was getting wrecked. And in beautiful sportsmanship, didn't take the concede win. Kicks gave it to him.
Oh, okay. I do vaguely remember this because Eyes and Mike stepped in and helped me out. That's right.
Yeah.
I wasn't around when it happened. Okay. That makes sense. Yes, he pinged me.
Oh, yeah.
I just forgot.
Good on you, Kicks. We need more of that in Rebel.
Good sportsmanship ahead of personal victory? No way. That's crazy talk. Finally, we had... That's right, because he manually read... So this is not accurate, by the way. This whole SPP and blocks and all these dice. They actually manually went back and enforced the injuries and TDs and passes and all that shit. So yeah. A lot of behind-the-scenes work was involved in that. Thank you, Eyes and Mike. Makes up for all the other times when you're not around. Live Tree or Die Hard 3-3 draw against Not an Anime Sports Team. That is a shootout. These two teams have played together so many times, and as I talked about with Ornan, they draw a lot. This doesn't surprise me. What was really cool about this, though, is there was, I believe, at least one-turn touchdown, maybe even two. So that was quite the shootout. And either team looked like they were going to win it at multiple times. The big one, though, that really pissed off Duberman was 7 KOs inflicted, and they just kept coming back. That not the removal game he was expecting, but this was an AV7 team that was out bashing the shit out of a AV8 team. There's my one.
It's actually the second time you've said shit.
Well, okay, you know, who's counting, right? It's one.
Clearly,
That's
I
one.
am.
That is one, and then there's two, but we call it a one, not two. All right, anyway. Looking at the leaderboard, where are we at today? Puck Stop on top. Nobody saw this coming, especially I think he lost week 1.
Shut your mouth, Kicks.
Yeah, he lost in brutal fashion. So apparently being a trim Chaos Dwarf team is a thing. It's skinny bowl season. I don't know where I'm going with it, but it's weird. It's weird, and it's not okay. And I'm shocked and surprised because I told him that he was just going to lose this season and, you know, rebuild up this Bull Centaur. And now he's winning. Chaos Dwarf plus Chainsaws working. Oh, well, then you guys don't have to worry about a thing because chainsaws are shit. And you definitely can count on that turning around and screwing him over.
Dude, we really need to stop saying shit.
Shit, man. I'm not even keeping track of this. Why are you listening now? You're so hypersensitive to this word. It's not the F-bomb, at least. Not an anime sports team. And Fear and Bloating in second place. Red Joker, man. He's coming out of nowhere. Got this locked down. And then the Wood Elves, because there's always got to be the revolving door of elves with Div 1 and Div 2. One of them will make it up to Div 1, possibly two of them. Well, Arch XL we can expect to drop and stay in Div 2. And they will replace the elves that may or may not be dropping out of Div 1.
I mean, Arch hasn't lost yet, so that's...
Yeah, no, he gets a lot of
for
draws.
him.
He gets a lot of draws. That's not surprising. Any other shockers here? It's a High Lord Salt, man. 1-2-1. Not quite relegation territory, but darn near close. Jakari is a big shock to me at 1-0-3.
Yeah. He took some lumps, though. He keeps losing.
His team, so
Sauruses.
him and Puck Stop were both, you know, getting banged on early on, and you can see he's one of the lower TVs in the whole division now.
Yeah.
So he just doesn't choose the chainsaw. That's his problem. he's not inducing chainsaws.
Do lizards get chainsaws?
They do, I believe. Don't they get helmet or?
Oh yeah, they can get helmet.
I don't remember. I'm just making it up now.
I've never played with a chainsaw.
I don't.
Ever.
It's been a long. I haven't played lizards since chainsaws have been in the game. Last time I played. Yeah, last time I played with lizards was in the rookie league in minors.
Oh, that's right. You did go through the rookie league. I forgot about that.
I won against Ornan. But it was like, yeah, we won't go down that road. So this week, Ypres Shove is also nearing the end of their chance to get back into this. Yeah, probably a free buy win for Duberman there. Legland Blue versus Not an Anime Sports Team. The back-to-back elf offs with Wood Elves for Arch XL. How do you see this one shaking out?
I think Legland Bleu is going to issue Arch's first loss of the season.
All right,
Calling it now.
I'll predict the Duke for the tie. Tooth and Fist versus Ace Trucking Company.
Tooth and Fist, hands down.
Really?
Calling it.
All right, I'll take Ace Trucking Company. Fear and Bloating versus the Three Mountains.
Fear and Bloating.
There's Claw. Um,
Don't
yeah,
forget, if you kill that runner before it hits legend,
the big bounty.
big bounty.
Your Lizard Airy versus Nurgle FTDs. You know, I want to pick Sauce. I really do. But I'm going
It's
to
not the.
spare him the
It's not,
caster curse and say that Sukari is overdue for a win here.
nah, I'm gonna give it to Sauce.
Keep that curse going.
Yeah.
High Flyers, fresh off a bye week, getting to take on the current division leaders. How do you like these double palming wolves against the palming dwarf?
Wait. Two palming
Do you
wolves?
really not know what's in Div 2?
I didn't know there was two palm wolves.
Uber the Noober. He's got double palm wolves, including one with Agi 4. What's not to know? Look at this team. Look
Why
at them.
did you? Why
Look
did
at
he
them,
take?
Rumblebee.
Why
Look
did he
at
take?
him. Look at him.
This is everything I wanted my Necro team to be.
It's very trim at 1800 DV.
Two
It is a
zombies with
fresh white,
guard.
though.
I don't like that he took tackle on his flesh golem, but I guess I see why. There's a lot of elves in this division. He also shouldn't have taken dodge on his.
What would you have rather him taken, Mighty Blow?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because that jump from 31 to 51 is going to take him forever.
Not if he's punching elves.
Yeah, but no mighty blow punches.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. It's fair. I get what you're saying. Black Orcs are the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
This is a team. This is an abomination.
I hate you, Uber the Noober. Like, why hasn't anyone killed these things yet?
Anyway, he's taking on TeamSpeak Crew version 4. I just love that Boat Lord of Boats is still here. Version 6. Boat Lord of Boats. Version 6. It's a player. I don't know. I just like it. But Tweed. We got Tweed. I mean, look at the guard stack on this team. And the Bulls, yeah. I want Puckstop to win this.
I mean, he's not going to, but that's okay.
Oh, you should bounty those wolves.
No.
All right.
I love super wolves. I'm just
right.
not allowed to have them anymore.
No, you're not. Finally, we have the Drakwall Day Laborers versus the Lords of Decay, which, assuming the match gets played, which does have an asterisk because Kalisti is still on short notice for being able to play his games. Drakwall Day Laborers or Kalisti Maya if this game gets played. What's your pick?
If the game gets played, I'm going to give it to Kalisti.
Okay. Drakwall Day Laborers have had a rough start. I just feel like they could upset them. They've got 4 Might of Blow.
Yeah, they could. Rats. They could, but rats are just really, really good at beating humans.
This human team, though? Agi 5, movement 8?
What's going on here?
Yeah, this team should be doing better than it is. Granted, they've got, like, Mog the Mules beaten and specially educated ogre here.
Billy the Bricklayer is going to start doing some one-turns.
Yep. This team's got a lot of potential.
It does. I'll move for Agi 1.
Yeah,
ogre.
no, that's just saying to yourself, he's got block. Not terrible. He needs to get fired, but yeah. And 2 rerolls. He's trying to be trim. I don't know what the 2 rerolls are about. That's weird to me. He's got a Wizard Stadium too, outside Home Depot. I don't know, man. There's some strange decisions on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna back Moniker for the upset.
I mean, I want to say that it was a rookie team coming up, but
Nope.
no, it's not.
Nope, it wasn't. Those guys
Some
are,
of those rookie teams come up.
That's a team
and
that
they've
I've been
got some-
following since their very first season. I've been their caster, I think, almost every single time. Because they were with me in Trunk way back in the day. I remember Mog the Mule. He's a original part. All right. Well, that's it for Div 2. Again, good luck and fun. Play your games. Kill those damn wolves. Div 1. Div 1. So the Gerda Greens played the Skinky Island Boys, and Gerda Greens lost the game, but they did kill a Croxagore, and Flint, the Saurus, as you see, was the MVP, as fitting, and how that usually goes. This match did result in a departure from the Div. The Gallon Boys will no longer be playing. But as was announced today, out of nowhere, from retirement, Eat Man Things, jumping into the arena, taking the spot. Is that a ninja? No. Is that a pirate? No. Is that an assassin? No. It's all frickin' 3. Notice I censored myself there. Yeah. Ninja, pirate, assassin. Stepping up.
Not the hero we wanted, but he's the hero we needed.
At our most desperate and dire time, where we might have had buys in Div 1. For shame. For shame. Iron Madden lost 0-2 in their first loss of the season against Straight Up Flatulence. Guess what happened to Iron Madden? They didn't have 4 Tomb Guardians of ridiculous power, and that allowed Straight Up Flatulence to manhandle them. So another permanent injury was suffered of a Tomb Guardian. This one just a measly movement bust. But again, we will see him limping into Week 5. And could this be the beginning of the downfall of Iron Madden? New Year Norris got a 1-0 win over the Oil Miners in a match that Chabsu was so tickled by that he invited Orden on his channel to recap and have a nice little discussion about a Norse versus Dwarf match, which, to be honest, I mean, Norse versus Dwarf happens a lot, and those can be some pretty wild matches, because the Norse are just always willing to go the extra mile, and Dwarfs just kind of expect to win that matchup because they're very similar, and they have AV9 versus AV7. So, worth checking out. I did hear the sound of Rumblebee disconnecting. Are you still there, Rumblebee?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. Looks like you disconnected and popped back in. Gloom and Zoom versus Pro in a Party. This was a game. That's all I have to say about that. 4-0 win. Booze Cruise. 2-1 against Tribu Urbana. And this one I'm not too surprised at. Motley's a really good control coach. Tribu Urbana still just not catching up to the speed of Div 1 yet. They've still not quite got their sea legs yet, and they're just falling all over the place, literally. But we'll see if they can't rally as the season continues. And since they get an extra rat match, you know they're going to be excited about that. Necronomics got a 1-1 draw against the Pastry Pest, as is the semi-seasonal tradition. Both these teams play it very safe, close to the vest, take swipes at each other while guarding the faces, and nothing too substantial damage-wise. Nothing too substantial points-wise. They just, you know, gently pass each other while fighting everybody else. Kind of like USA and Russia in the Cold War. You know, no direct swipes, just we acknowledge you're there. We don't like you. We'll see you in the playoffs. And then Animal Farm versus Rats Off to You. This is another rematch. This one's also how this usually goes. Pretty bloody for the Rats Off to You. Only 10 blocks succeeded versus 27 for Sace. Those 27 blocks, 19 armor breaks. We know there was a foul at least because there's an expulsion. And a little bit of damage. I believe that was a dead gutter, if I recall, as well. Something substantial happened in that game. I just don't care enough to look. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. We've got Lumi and the Pastry Pest taking the lead, tied with Horny Cricket at 3, 1, and 0, and they just tied each other. So really, the Walrus and the Carpenter, as they will now be known in my mind, after my Cold War analogy, are devouring these people. Gengar 3, 0, and 1. The beginning of the slide, or just a hiccup and a bump in the road, and as soon as his crazy strong Tomb Guardians return to the pitch, he'll just resume what he was doing. Fiction 2, 1, and 1. Can't get rid of Fiction Magic, the playoff mainstay. And Sace, again, flirting with the possibility of making playoffs. Lazarus Diggs had an early rise, but has slipped as of late. But now that the Lizards are gone, we'll see if he's able to come out of this ahead. I think his matches with the Agi teams, the Skaven and the Elves, are going to decide whether or not he goes to playoffs. Pro in a party. Never going to win a game this season. 2-0 and 2. And I know he's very disappointed that he doesn't get a bye win. So I'm really happy about it. Straight Up Flatulence. 1, 2, and 1. Recovering, limping along after their season opener against Sace, but they've still got some meat on their bones. They can handle an elf team or two if they can play it well, and they're at 1920 TV. I would not be at all surprised if they found their way into a playoff spot at some point. Booze Crew's in the same boat there. And then now we have NPA taking the spot of Wave. Gonna be great. Gonna be great. What do you think? How many games does Hipster win this season?
Hipster? I'm gonna give him at least 2. I won 2.
I set you up for that because I saw you say that earlier.
Like, if I can win 2, I mean, I was playing half a Necro team, man, and I still won 2 games. Granted, one of them was against Wave, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I can't wait to see NPA just
run the table.
Cold dominate the rest of this division and make playoffs.
Let's look at this team. So we used to have this team. This team is now a fraction of itself. Wah, 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 wah. You've got a one-turning skink, but apparently that's not enough. So we went from that team to... Oh, it's on the front page because it's old. That's right. Eat man things. Agi 5, Agi 5, Agi 5. And the Agi 4, because I Agi busted it in a game that was freaking garbage. Don't go back and look for it. Oh.
You know, he only made him like 8% worse at his job, right?
Oh, I don't care. I had to do something to that thing.
See, what you need to do is you need to kill the one-turners.
Oh, as opposed to not blitzing them at all when you have a surf?
I went for the ball. I killed Lumi's one-turner.
And you didn't get the ball or the one-turn. But anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
I was a Dumblebee. We talked about that.
Anyway.
And I vowed to never do it again.
I know, and then you made up for it and you killed Rubble.
And then I
killed Loomies.
Yeah, then I killed Loomies.
I know. I did appreciate that. But regardless, always scratching. There he is. Kill him.
Ugh.
Kill him. Or at least move bust him. Make him like Golgothans. Where he's just like, you know, he forces him onto the team. He's really expensive. Yeah, do something about it. The one part of it though was we don't have a Claw Palmer. This is definitely not Lumi's rat team. But he doesn't really care about that. He's gonna have wizards and he's gonna have inducements and gonna play NPA's game, which when it works, it honestly feels like there's nothing you can do. When NPA is playing his style and it's working for him, it is the most frustrating and helpless feeling in the world. And Stubbings, I know you're out there because you just said something in chat. I'm predicting it happens to you. Good luck.
When I played him last season, he got a blitz.
Yep, me too.
First kickoff, and
the kick
just
was on the sideline, so he didn't even have to make a block. He just literally walked around me and under the ball and scored.
Yeah, he just piled like 6 rats in there. I couldn't get to the ball, and then he scored next turn.
Yep.
And then I got the ball. He ran away. I scored. He then one-turned so that I would get the ball, and then I would score. And then he like 2-turned. It was frustrating.
Yep. And then anytime you score, he can just one turn at will as well. Sace got lucky and this one turner knocked himself out. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that is all that keeps you in this kind of a game. If he doesn't knock himself out, then okay, you just lose. You just lose. There's nothing you can do. Oh well, not my problem anymore. Have fun. Good luck, boys. Let's look at the schedule. We've got the Grody Greens versus the Booze Cruise. What's your prediction here?
Motley's
like the old reliable, right? And the Grody Greens started out strong. They're stronger in the bash matchup. They could win. They've got can openers.
No, Motley.
All right, I'll take Grody Greens. Necronomics versus Gloom and Zoom in the seasonal Necro War in Div 1 between the actual Necro teams, not counting you.
I'm going to give it to Fiction.
Fiction magic in the air. Head to toe. Player. Look out. Animal Farm versus New Year Norse. The Slobber Knocker, as it's called affectionately. I gotta go with Sace. And that's mostly to just spite him when the scatter goes out of bounds and lands in Ornan's hands.
Let's see, Ornan is playing that weird boomer
Bomber
game.
I know, it's so hard to predict what's gonna happen with that shit. I had a bomber in my Goblin game. I don't know if you've been watching my Goblin games, but it's fun when it works. It's stupid because you know you're not supposed to get it. It's a 5+ pass, but when it works, my god, does it piss people off. And that's fun. And I get that's why Ornan does it. He doesn't do it because it's original. Well, he does do it because it's original. He doesn't do it to win. He does it because it pisses people off. Ornan is the troll and the champ. And you gotta respect that. Who do you got?
I'm going to give it to Ornan.
All right. I'll take second. Ratsoftia versus Iron Men. Can Golgothan keep the pressure on Iron Maiden? Can Gary Friendly kill Tomb Guardian?
The dream. I hate that rat so much.
I've got him to burn an Apo to save it many times.
Yeah, we all have. I just wanted a Gary Friendly zombie.
That would have been a really good prize. I do hope that Gary Friendly, if he ever dies, goes to a Nurgle or Undead or Necro team. Who am I kidding, though? We're never going to see an Undead team in Div 1. Again,
I was going to say
one.
we did.
There was one a long time ago, I know. But that was before.
Yeah,
I'm not going to talk about perpetual leagues long term. Regardless. Anyway. Yeah, make your pick.
I'm going to give it to Gengar.
All right, I'll take Golgothan. I'm just picking your opposites here. Pastry Pest versus Eat Eat Man Things, and the NPA RKO out of nowhere. By God, is that the NPA theme? He comes back. We need an NPA theme now.
We do. I'm going to give it to Lumi, though.
That's a safe bet. I'll take that too.
Yeah, NPA is going to be a little rusty.
Tribu Urbana versus Straight Up Flatchers. I'm taking Lumi entirely because of his Storm Vermin, not even the gutters. Tribu Urbana versus Straight Up Flatulence. Is this the game that Hipster remembers how to elf?
No.
All right. I will say that this is Tribu Urbana's first win. Sorry, Stoops. Pro in a Party versus Oil Miners. Big Sofa struggling as well as Pro in a Party. And they played each other last season, I believe. No, they didn't, actually. Oil Miners are up from Div 2. How does Pro in a Party play against elves? Or not elves, dwarves. Poorly would be my guess. But no.
Probably. I'm going to give it to Pro in a Party, though. Oil Miners just lost their Strength 5 runner. I bet they're going to be reeling.
Yeah, I can't bet on both Pro Elves. I'm betting on Tribu Urbana. I can't bet on both Pro Elves, so I'll go with Oil Miners. I just can't do that. I know better than that. So
Kicks, Soul's got Rubber Elves. He'll be fine.
T-Salts are stronger. He's got that loner Teflon. All right. That does it for this recap. Emphasis on the this week. You like that, didn't you? I can always tell when I get Rumblebee with a bad joke. Because it's always the half laugh, but also like a half, what? Like, yeah, that's what I know I get Rumblebee.
It just didn't make any sense.
The recap. Oh, God. I'm tired. That was still not as bad as Soul's joke. Soul made a joke yesterday that I am still tilted over because I got punished for my Linkin Park joke and Soul's joke. I want to be a cowboy with a wiener dog so I can say "Get along, little doggy."
No, that's not the one
that's
I'm
right.
laughing
It's
about.
"Get along, little." Oh, which one are you laughing about?
Do you guys know what mothballs smell like?
Okay.
Because I'm having trouble getting their little legs apart.
God. Oh. Good one too. Soul's on fire. All right, man. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna have to play some Escape from Tarkov with Sace. He's needing me to carry him, and at the same time steal his loot. If you guys want to see a salty Sace, by the way, after my match last night, I played some Tarkov and streamed it, and there's a certain rare drop that I just stole from his hands. Fun. Anyway, that's it for me for Blood Bowl for this evening. I will catch you all later. Anything else from you, Rumblebee? When's your match this week?
I don't know. My opponent hasn't gotten back to me yet.
All right. To be determined. We'll see you guys next time. Good luck. Have fun. Quit dropping. It's seriously annoying. I don't. It's Blood Bowl. You signed up for 13 weeks. Play your 13 weeks.